The city weighs in on the future of the 751 South development. Details of a proposed proactive rental inspection program are unveiled and helping to make life better in our sister city. We invite you to join us now as we take you inside City Hall this week. Hello, I'm Amy Blaylock. Welcome to City Hall this week, dedicated to keeping you informed about what's going on inside Durham City Hall. There are more developments to report on the city's involvement with the 751 South project proposed for Southern Durham. The City Council voted 6-0 during its February 20th meeting to deny a water and sewer extension deal to the project. The proposed development would be located on 167 acres at the intersection of Highway 751 and Fayetteville Road. It's slated to include 1,300 homes and 600,000 square feet of commercial space. Since Durham County doesn't own a water system, it could decide to extend sewer service only to the development. A new proactive rental inspection program is being considered by the City Council as a way to help set the standard for rental housing in Durham. After a public hearing during its February 20th meeting, the City Council decided to wait until March 5th to vote on an ordinance that would authorize periodic inspections of rental homes. Neighborhood Improvement Services Director Constance Stancil explains what the program would include if it's adopted.
The Proactive Rental Inspection Program is a periodic rental inspection program for the City of Durham so that we can significantly reduce the number of substandard housing in the City of Durham, as well as stabilize neighborhoods. The program supports two of the city's goals: safe and secure community and thriving livable neighborhoods. The program includes several key components: the reasonable cause inspections, designated area inspections, registration for non-compliant property owners, also self-certification, as well as a program for low-income property owners.
Reasonable cause inspections would be able to be conducted under 4 different scenarios.
Reasonable cause inspections are inspections that we will do whenever we find an owner that has 3 or more violations on the property, or we receive a complaint call on the property saying that there are substandard conditions on the property, or if we ourselves see exterior violations or we have knowledge of those violations. And anytime any of those conditions are present, we can do a reasonable cause inspection.
Designated area periodic inspections would be conducted in an area set aside by the City Council.
The area that's been designated by Council is an area that includes high concentration of crime and code enforcement incidents.
Rental homeowners found to have violations of the minimum housing code would be required to register with the city. A rental property owner that has not had any violations but would like a certificate of registration and compliance would be able to participate in the self-certification program.
The self-certification program is a program for property owners who have no history of violations of the city's minimum housing code, and they can certify that their property meets the minimum housing code and all related ordinances. The self-certification program is important to owners with no history of violations because if they own a property in the designated area, they can certify that their property meets the minimum housing code for 3 years, and we will not inspect their property unless there's a reasonable cause to do so.
Again, a decision on whether the ordinance will be adopted is expected to be made at the City Council's March 5th meeting. If you travel along West Main Street on a regular basis, you'll want to know about a waterline replacement project that will be taking place through the end of the summer. The city's water management department is replacing century-old water lines on 9th Street and West Main Street. The 9th Street project is already underway between Perry and Main Streets and is expected to take up to 4 weeks to complete. Traffic will be impacted, but the street will not be closed. When work begins on West Main Street in mid-March, the street will remain open, but traffic will be reduced to 1 lane in each direction. For more information on the water line replacement, a new project page has been set up on the city's website. It's that budget time of year, and city leaders are beginning the process of developing a spending plan for 2012-2013. During a planning retreat on February 10th, the city administration and elected leaders received financial projections for the coming year. The budget gap going into the process for this year is about $3 million, the smallest it's been in quite some time. A second retreat, where the budget development guidelines will be adopted, will be held on March 2nd at Durham Tech. The budget will be adopted in June. The City Council wants to hear from you on what you think the city's spending priorities should be for the next fiscal year. To offer your input, you can attend one of the Coffee with Council meetings that will be held in March. Those meetings will be held on Thursday, March 8th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. in the City Hall Committee Room. Saturday, March 10th from 10 a.m. to noon at the Lion Park Community Family Life and Recreation Center. Monday, March 12th from 6 to 8:30 p.m. at the Durham Public Schools Resource Center. And a community engagement workshop on Saturday, March 3rd from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Holden Career and Resource Center. There will also be 2 budget public hearings held on Monday, March 5th and on Monday, June 4th. Residents of Durham are now able to receive severe weather notifications from the city. Find out how the system works and what it can mean to you and your family when City Hall This Week continues.
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
Butler residents? Everything that gets into our storm drains, soap, pesticides, pet waste, whatever, makes its way straight to our streams and into where you swim, what you drink, and where you fish. Stormwater runoff is our biggest source of water pollution. You're the solution now that you know where it goes.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Welcome back. A new potentially life-saving severe weather notification service is now available to the residents in Durham. The Code Red weather warning will issue an automated alert to those in the path of severe weather. This notification will come just moments after a warning has been issued by the National Weather Service's storm-based warnings.
Moments ago, the National Weather Service issued a severe thunderstorm warning for your area.
The service is free to residents and businesses, but you do have to register your phone number to receive the alerts. To register, simply visit the city's website and follow the online instructions. You can also contact Durham One Call at 560-1200 to register as well. The city is updating an important layer of its geographic information system.
Geographic information system is a combination of hardware, software, and data. What makes the GIS system unique is the data aspects of it. The data aspects represents a point on the earth, which is the longitude, latitude of that point, and all the different attributes concerning that point on Earth.
The city and county's topographic information for the system has not been updated in 12 to 17 years, a period of time that has seen a great deal of growth and development, making the current data inaccurate.
Topographical information is one data layer within the GIS database and is used to measure elevation of a point on Earth. And why it's inaccurate today is that it hasn't been upgraded since 1994. And as you know as well as I do, there's a lot has happened on Earth since that time, especially in this area.
To remedy that situation, the city and county will pay $159,000 over a 2-year period to make sure the topographic data is updated.
It's very important to update the topographic information because it's used to make critical decisions for the city regarding elevation. When you build property or develop property, elevation is a very important aspect of that development.
This is a jointly funded project by the city and county, and the county is paying half of the total cost of the contract. The Triangle's water supply planning efforts are moving forward in regards to how Durham and its partners can make better use of Jordan Lake and other water supply options throughout the region.
Durham's water supply currently is predominantly provided from 2 reservoirs in northern Durham County owned by the city. Jordan Lake, located in southern Durham County and really predominantly in Chatham County, is a future water supply opportunity for the city. We currently do not have direct access to Jordan Lake, but we can acquire some water from Jordan Lake through the town of Cary facilities.
On behalf of its partners involved in the Jordan Lake Partnership, the City Council approved a contract with the Triangle J Council of Governments.
Well, the Jordan Lake Partnership is a collaboration of 12 local governments in the region surrounding Jordan Lake that are committed to protecting the security and sustainability of our long-term water supply in the region.
The contract will allow the organization to develop the second half of the Triangle Regional Water Supply Plan.
So through this Jordan Lake Partnership, the partners have worked collaboratively for a number of months to refine and better understand the long-term water supply needs for all the communities when we take into account projected future growth. And so this plan essentially is a peer-reviewed explanation of what our anticipated water supply needs would be for the next 50 years.
The first half of the plan focused on a regional needs assessment and was delivered to the partners in January. It lays out the current available water sources for all partners and offers a look at future water demands.
The second phase is how do we meet those needs? So we'll be working very diligently over the rest of this year, this calendar year, to define and refine the way to meet those needs. It's anticipated that Jordan Lake will be an important part of meeting those needs, hence how we've all come together around the name Jordan Lake Partnership. But there are a number of other projects that different jurisdictions have on the books that will also be a part of that comprehensive regional solution.
City administrators say that one bonus of the partnership and the development of the plan has been that it's allowed the partners to find other ways to work together as well.
We've recently completed a study of all the interconnections, the pipes that connect our different water systems, and that has enabled us to strengthen our understanding of how water can be moved through the region, about how we can help each other in times of emergency or drought, and identified particular improvements to the systems that we need to make our network of water infrastructure more resilient.
It's expected that the results of the second part of the plan will be used to develop new or expanded Jordan Lake allocation requests that will be submitted to the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. The current schedule shows draft requests being due by September, with final requests due in December. If you're looking for ways to learn more about Durham's waterways, you'll want to mark your calendars now for Creek Week. This annual program will be held Sunday, March 17th through Sunday, March 24th. The week provides opportunities for Durham residents to explore local streams and lakes through educational programs and activities. It also allows you a chance to do your part to protect our city's waterways through volunteer projects. For more information on all the programs and events taking place throughout the week, visit the Stormwater Services homepage on the city's website. Keep Durham Beautiful is now operating under new leadership. Meet the woman working behind the scenes to help keep our city as attractive as possible when City Hall this week continues.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Bring out the action hero in you. Fuel up right and get energized. Be part of the greatest action movie ever. The first movie that puts you in the action. Show us how you train and eat like an action hero. Join in at actionheroalliance.com.
This can't be happening. This can't be happening.
Of course it's not happening. Armored car. Listen, having money isn't about luck. Make your own coffee, save $1,000 a year. Feed me.
Feed the pig.
Up to 40% of businesses never recover after experiencing a major disaster. Make a plan at ready.gov/business.
Welcome back. Both sides of Durham Central Park will now be managed by the same organization. Durham Central Park Incorporated has managed the Farmers Market Pavilion and the gardens and trail above it. The city has managed the eastern side of the park, or the leaf area. Now, Durham Central Park Incorporated will take over management of all areas of the park, except for the skateboard park. The management agreement will not change the public's access to the park, but will make it so that one organization is providing oversight. The organization spearheading the effort to keep Durham Beautiful has a new leader. Tanya Dotlick took over as Executive Director of Keep Durham Beautiful at the end of January.
The mission of Keep Durham Beautiful is to engage and inspire individuals to take greater responsibility for their community environment.
As a nonprofit organization, Keep Durham Beautiful has 3 primary areas of focus, which Dotlick says will remain the same under her direction.
These are litter prevention, waste reduction, and beautification. The litter reduction is very self-explanatory. It's the picking up of litter that exists on the streets and also identifying the reasons why litter might arrive in a certain place and trying to prevent it before it becomes a nuisance on the street. We do this by education, and we find that when we reduce the amount of litter that is in a particular area, people are less likely to litter on a clean street than they are to an area that already has litter on it, where they feel like, oh, one piece of trash won't make a difference if I just drop it here. The other area is waste reduction, and that has 3 parts of it, and you may have heard of this before. These are the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. So we educate people on the concept of reducing the resources that they use, the physical boxes and containers and supplies that people use in their daily lives, reusing them when they can instead of throwing them out immediately, reusing them for the same or similar purpose so that they don't have to be melted down or compressed to make something new and use more energy, or recycle, which is the final option if we can put them back into a system where they are repurposed in a different way. For example, newspapers go into making other types of recycled paper. And then beautification, which is the greening of the community. This can involve planting trees and flowers and turning an empty or weedy lot into something that is green and attractive that the community can really enjoy.
Dotlick says that in addition to those, she has several personal goals for the organization.
My personal goals for Keep Durham Beautiful are to bring in more partnerships and collaborators so that we can increase our resources. We can bring in more people power to get more hands on the ground, more feet on the ground, achieving the goals that we're setting out to do and following through on our mission. But also to bring in more fiscal sponsorships so that we have more dollars to go out and spread our message in a broader area of the community.
If you want more information about Keep Durham Beautiful or to become involved, visit keepdurhambeautiful.org. Dozens of students and parents from Voyager Academy, as well as a number of other volunteers, are doing their part to help beautify Durham. The city's 29th annual Arbor Day observance was held on February 20th at Pineywood Park. 60 trees and 200 flower bulbs were planted to help beautify the park, eliminate areas from mowing maintenance, and to provide shade to the parking lot. The city's Arbor Day observance is held every year to encourage residents to appreciate, plant, and care for trees. City employees who go above and beyond what is expected of them are being honored for their work. We'll introduce you to some of these stars among us when City Hall This Week continues.
That's low, that's low. That's low and below. Look, he's blushing. Seriously.
If you're looking for a new pet that you can cherish every day, consider adopting from a shelter. Shelters are full of healthy, loyal, fun, loving pets, eager to become a part of your family. A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet, so bring home your new buddy today. To find out more, you can visit theshelterpetproject.org.
2 outs with a runner on first base. Now the big guy comes up to bat, hitting .342 with 92 RBIs and 36 homers.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Packers.
Vikings.
Packers.
Viking. Viking.
Red state. Blue state. Vegan.
Carnivore.
We come from different places.
Uptown.
Downtown.
Optimist.
We come to different conclusions.
Half empty.
Half full.
But when we live united, we create real, lasting change in the building blocks of life. The education, income, and health of our communities, our families,
united.
Even the person next to us.
Live united.
Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Sign up at liveunited.org.
Up to 40% of businesses never recover after experiencing a major disaster. Make a plan at ready.gov/business.
Get on board the Bull City Connector, a fare-free route connecting Durham from the innovation of Duke to the history of downtown to the creativity of Golden Belt. The Bull City Connector is fare-free, frequent, and fun, connecting visitors, business travelers, students, and downtown workers to key destinations in and around Durham. So get on board the Bull City Connector Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to midnight, plus Saturdays and holidays. For more information, call 485-RIDE or visit bullcityconnector.org.
Welcome back. Durham's sister city, Arusha, Tanzania, now has a new, much-needed solid waste truck, thanks to Waste Industries. The truck was presented to Durham on behalf of Arusha during a ceremony on February 16th.
As I understand it, Arusha presently has about 10 different collection sites around the city. I saw at least 1 or 2 of them when I was there, where residents come in and they dump their garbage into containers. And then each container is separately loaded on a truck and then taken to their landfill, which in some cases is about 25 miles from where they do the pickup. Again, if you've been there, you understand the road situation. It even makes it even more complicated in terms of moving about that particular city. And so you can imagine if you got to take a 25-mile trip to dump those containers, how much time it takes to get that done.
Mayor Bell says he's confident that with the donation of the truck, Durham will have a profound impact on Arusha's solid waste program.
The truck will enable them to retrofit the garbage containers and transport as many as 5 or 7 of them in a single trip, which will greatly reduce the number of trips at the landfill. The City of Durham is really proud to have a partner such as Waste Industries and obviously Sister Citizen City of Arusha. And we feel this truck's donation will really further help Arusha's solid waste program, and more importantly, it also demonstrates Durham's commitment of service to the community, the state, and the world.
The Sister Cities program is part of an international organization partnering with cities around the world. There are over 2,500 such partnerships in over 100 countries. The organization's focus is on international friendship, a better and fuller cultural understanding, and economic and community development. And finally, this Week Here segment features a recent luncheon honoring employees who have been recognized by a member of the public or by a coworker for the work that they do. Truly some well-deserved recognition for the stars among our city employees.
Welcome everyone to our annual Stars Awards Luncheon to celebrate with those employees like yourselves who have been recognized throughout the year as stars for being shining examples of these organizational values, shining examples for others to follow, and we certainly thank you for that and appreciate your commitment to our organization, the City of Durham.
Whenever there's bad customer service, we notice. But a lot of time when there's really good customer service, like those folks that I know are going to pick up my blue bin, my brown bin, and my green bin, we don't even notice it. It goes unnoticed and unappreciated so many times, and that's why I think these awards are wonderful, to recognize these people who are offering that kind of service. So I know it when I see it. Great customer service is the folks at Durham One Call who, over the many years that I've called Durham One Call, have always made it happen for me. On time, on the schedule that they said it was going to be on. Great customer service, people on the Durham Impact team who go out and clean up and fix up so our city looks fantastic instead of shabby. And they do it on time. Great customer service is the highly trained and extremely compassionate person who I heard when I made my visit to the Durham 911 Center, who talked an elderly lady through an emergency at the other end of that phone with skill and compassion, and talked to her about what to do with her husband who'd fallen down and had some sort of, perhaps a stroke, perhaps something else, and this person stayed on that line with that person and talked them through it. Meanwhile, great customer service is the emergency team that was on the way out there to help that person. So I see it in Durham all the time. I see it in Durham among city employees all the time. And I can tell you, even though it often goes unnoticed for all the things that you all, our award winners, are doing, and everybody out here, the service you're offering, it doesn't go unappreciated. I want you to know that. So thanks for all you're doing, and I really am honored to be a part of this team.
That does it for this edition of City Hall This Week. Be sure and like DTVA on Facebook or follow us on Twitter to find out how you can tune into this show, City Life, and all the city's programming. You can also find us on demand on the city's DTVA website and on our YouTube page. I'm Amy Blaylock. Thank you for joining us for City Hall This Week.